Hello, I'm Kim Kleinman, and I'm a member of the IPA, the International Psychoanalytical Association, and my member association is the Contemporary Freudian Society. And today I'm interviewing Stanislav Maticic, who is the president of the Croatian Psychoanalytical Association. And the IPA website editorial board has started a program where we have societies of the month, where a specific society is featured and their history and the constitution of the society is described on our website. So I'm interviewing Stanislav today to have him talk about his society as one of the societies that has been picked as Society of the Month. So Stanislav, will you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your society and its history?
Thank you, Kim. I'm Stanislav Maticic, and I'm current president of Croatian Psychoanalytical Provisional Society. So we are Provisional Society of the IPA from the 2013 Congress in Prague. So that is our current status. So let me say some words about the beginning of psychoanalysis in Croatia and the establishment of our society, which was not so long ago, but the history is quite long. So it started back in 1920s, when the founder of psychoanalysis in Croatia, Stjepan Bettelheim, studied medicine in Vienna, and then at that time when he was in resident in psychiatry, he met his first analyst, Paul Schilder, in Vienna, and he became analyst in the Vienna Society. He did his first analysis in Vienna and the second in Berlin, in Karl Abraham Institute. His second analyst was Sandor Rado, who went, as far as I know, to New York. And
yes.
Was he a member of your society or?
No, Columbia Psychoanalytic.
Psychoanalytic.
Yeah.
So Stjepan Bettelheim, when he finished his training, returned to Zagreb and opened his private practice in the mid-war period. And at that time, he started to give lectures, and it was the first lectures, public lectures on psychoanalysis in Croatia. So it was, he worked at the hospital also at that time, and it was like that till the World War II, when he joined partisans as a doctor. He was forced as a Jew to go away from Croatia regime at that time. And he returned to Zagreb after World War II and established the first psychotherapy unit in the beginning of 50s in hospital, clinical hospital, University Clinical Hospital in Zagreb. And that was the foundation of psychoanalytic psychotherapy in not only in Zagreb, in Croatia, but in the former Yugoslavia. So out of this small psychotherapy unit slowly grew the Clinic for Psychological Medicine, and at that time it was the main psychoanalytical psychotherapy, better to say, institution in former Yugoslavia. And that time it was the synonym for psychotherapy. In fact, was psychoanalytical psychotherapy. There were no other schools in psychotherapy at that period. So we have quite a long tradition of psychoanalytic psychotherapy, and although Bettelheim became the direct member of the IPA at the beginning of 50s, due mainly to political circumstances and reasons. He did not form a study group, and mostly he developed psychoanalytical psychotherapy and later group analysis. And the beginning of the new period of the development of psychoanalysis in Croatia had started at the end of 80s and the beginning of 90s due to the fall of the Berlin Wall and the move of psychoanalysis to the east, to the countries of the Eastern Europe. So we joined from the beginning. We joined that movement and became part of it.
Okay. So what is happening now in your society? What is it like now?
So let me continue a little bit.
Sure.
To make a bridge to
Yes.
today's situation. Because joining the program of the Psychoanalytic Institute of Eastern Europe, we slowly developed as at the beginning the small group, and in 2004 we became a study group, and we have a study group status we had for 9 years, and it finished as I mentioned before, at 2013 at the Prague Congress, and then we reached the Provisional Society status, and it gave us a quite strong impetus, let's say, for development of our group. So we are now about 42, 43 people in all, 15 members, and I think 15, 16 candidates and some analysts, not only from Croatia, but also from the neighboring countries, Slovenia and Bosnia and Herzegovina. Slovenia has a special situation now because they have only 2 analysts, direct members of the IPA. They temporarily have joined us till they will become a study group. So the situation in Bosnia and Herzegovina is quite special because psychoanalysis never existed there, and first analysts and first 2 of them are candidates of our society. They joined us 5 years ago. So we try to be open to our society and to organize meetings. We does it from several years ago. And we have also outreach program for students, and we have a lot of activities in our society. So most of the people from our society is quite young comparing for some other society, because the analysts and candidates are mostly in their 30s, and even the training analysts are mostly in the late 40s and 50s. So it makes us quite young, let's say.
Yeah, wonderful.
And we are, as far as we did quite a long way in the last two or even 2.5 decades, we are quite still enthusiastic for developing psychoanalysis.
Yeah, I know one of the members of my society, the Contemporary Freudian Society, came to Croatia to help with the training. Lilo Plashkis was part of your study group forming, and
she was a part of summer schools for child and adolescent
yes,
analysis, and we organized 10 of these schools in Croatia, and Lilo was always there and very, very helpful for us.
Yeah, that's great. So can you tell us a little bit about your personal journey towards becoming a psychoanalyst?
It's also quite a long story. I started to read Freud in my adolescence, and I entered the study of medicine with the idea to become a psychiatrist. At that time, I could not yet imagine that one day I could become a psychoanalyst. But I was I was lucky. I was at the right place at the right time. So it goes slowly, but very, very, let's say, smoothly. And it took quite a long time, but anyway, it was a nice journey.
What language did you read Freud in when you first started to read Freud?
First started to read Freud, it was in translation in the Serbian language, which is quite similar with Croatian language. This was during the period of Yugoslavia, and part of my training was in Croatian, part of it in Italian, but mostly in English.
Mostly in English. And most of the readings now, are they in English? How much is translated into Croatian?
Not so much. Not so much. We still mostly use English for our training courses and literature from web and English books, because most of our people are quite fluent in English.
Thank you very much for the interview, Stanislav. I really appreciate that you took the time to talk with me today.
Thank you, Kim.
Okay, bye.